My so-called life is sponsored by So we have all made it to 2025. This year, I'm going to change a few things, but the one thing that hasn't changed is that I came running into this year. I made two beautiful capes, and I'm also going to talk about a forgotten vest and a pair of pants. But more than anything else, 2025 is going to be the year of no buy here in the House of Sewing. When I say that, I'm going to see how long I can go without purchasing fabric or a sewing machine or basically going to the thrift store every day. It's gonna be wild here in the House of Sewing. But like I always say, instead of talking about it, let's go check it out. I have no idea why, but I almost forgot my coat. I made this beautiful coat because I've been sitting around watching way too much Doctor Who. I am definitely a Whovian, but I take it to another level because recently the DVDs have been released and I'm purchasing everything I can get my hands on. So I had to make a Doctor Who inspired mixed matched coat. This came out perfect. And this is right on theme for my year of no buy. Everything that you see on this coat is tweed. And it's something that I've purchased in the past and it's something that I had in this room. I am completely stoked and I am ready for this year of no buy. Well, I say that.
Our house is a very, very, very fine house.
In over half the homes in America, people rely on Kenmore appliances. No other brand can out-sparkle, out-fluff, or out-satisfy a Kenmore. So you don't have to go far to find the best. Come over to our house. Kenmore, in 1 out of 2 homes in America, and exclusively at Sears.
So lately, I have gone crazy for my weird time-traveling Victorian look. I love everything about it, and so I am sewing anything I can get my hands on and turning it into a vest and a pair of pants. But in the beginning of this year, I started going through my fabric because I wanted to see what I have. I live in a fabric store, and when I say that, even sometimes I forget how much fabric is in this house. So I had to laugh when I found at least 15 yards of chunky tweed. First was the black and white tweed, and I absolutely love working with this material. Not only do I like saying chunky tweed, but I love the way it looks. And no matter what you're wearing, no matter how you wear it, chunky tweed just looks dramatic. I also found a giant roll of fuchsia tweed. I know, say that fast 15 times. But this is an extremely bright and weird pink. It's off color because it's tweed, but it's also extremely warm. There is something that I'm discovering about capes. Not only are they dramatic, do they look great, but they keep and they trap your heat. So I absolutely love how this turned out. This is something that I wear all the time, and at this point, I'm rotating my capes. So I am definitely considering this a victory here in the House of Sewing. So in the past 5 years, I have gone to every fabric store, thrift shop, fabric shop that you could possibly think of in the search of sewing machines and fabric. Between downtown Los Angeles, Las Vegas, and every fabric shop that I can find, I still have rolls of fabric. I have yards and bolts and everything that you could possibly think of. At the end of last year, it kind of dawned on me that I am beyond excessive. It's kind of my brand. It's who and what I am. But at this point, I'm going to sit down and deal with what I have. I've decided to go on a no-buy. Well, we're going to see how long I last. But I've been going through my fabric. I've been sorting through everything, organizing. I'm halfway done. And it's dawned on me that I live in a fabric store. I say that all the time as a joke, but I'm looking at it right now. So, all fluff aside, this year, I'm not going to purchase any fabric. Well, I'm not going to do that weird New Year's resolution thing where you make promises to yourself or anywhere else, but I'm going to see how long I can go without buying fabric or a sewing machine. So, like I always say, instead of talking about it, I'm actually gonna show you. You may see some patterns you haven't seen in a couple years. I throw nothing away. So while going through my fabric, I have resurrected things that have been long forgotten. This is gonna be awesome. So, here's to another amazing year here in the House of Sewing. Oh, man. So I have no reason why I completely forgot about my green vest and pant combination. I love how this came out. I call this my Grinch vest and pair of pants, but I could wear this any time of year. This is something that I completely forgot about because at the end of the year, I end up making a ton of stuff. I have a little bit more time on my hands and I tend to sew more during the winter break. But with that being said, I love how this turned out. I love the look, the feel. This is my weird time travel Victorian interpretation. But this is turning into something that I absolutely love to wear. This room is filled with unfinished projects. About 6 or 7 months ago, I started this coat. I started adding patches and I completely fell in love with it. Then I decided to add peacocks on the back. And I completely forgot about this coat. I have no idea why it's taken this long, but this is perfect. I love upcycling. I love adding appliques, patches, whatever you want to call it. It is something that is my absolute passion. So this jacket is a perfect addition to the fleet, and I am completely in love with how it looks. So, if you've made it this far, I absolutely thank you. And like I always say, reinforce your seams, be yourself, and I will definitely see you next time.
With your feet on the air, your head on the ground. Try this trick and spin it. Yeah. Get hella polite.
to themselves. We say all kinds of things that we're gonna do, all kinds of plans of what we want to do. But 2025 is going to be the year of no buy here in the House of Sewing. I can't even say that without choking. I physically choked on that. Even my body was like, "Excuse me, sir."